Andy Sheehan is Red Watch's unofficial Keep Fit instructor.
Where is the other trainer? My training shoe has disappeared. I haven't seen nothing. Anything would be nice and sweet. Get to the bottom of this one way or two. I can't train with one shoe. There you go.
You doing the Keep Fit now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready now.
But not everyone on Red Watch is keen on Andy's fitness regime.
I think more than exercise to give me colour.
When you're at the peak of fitness, you don't need a suit.
Right. When you're at the pinnacle of, you know,
your life.
Keep pressing your knee down. Push. Oh, yeah, only as far as you can go.
Time for a cup of tea now. Dishpan hands, that's what they are. Good and benefit and stuff.
Chewy tastes better because they cost nothing and they're handies. Yeah, packed in training for the marathon now.
It's 11 o'clock in the evening.
Where are we going now?
Keep Fit fanatic Andy is working with firefighter Gavin Bassey.
Car fire! Car fire! It's a goer!
You need both wheels, boys.
Let's tell you what, back Peter. That's been burning a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
Red Watch were in this street last week, putting out another car fire.
Look at that, missus.
This is one of 400 car fires Old Swan are called to every year.
We thought it was your car. And then we looked. I thought it was red car. Yeah, and then I looked, shit, that's not their car.
The heat generated is equivalent to 2,000 one-bar electric fires.
We haven't discovered whose car it is yet. What I have noticed, though, is that with the car being reasonably close to the house, the heat from the car has in fact broken the glass on the windows of the house there.
Your glass has gone, which one? The front one somewhere, big one. Paul's just been in the front of the room, he said it's cracked. I thought it was our car. No, we've got a red wheel. Yeah, it's not.
Bit suspicious because there was one the other week just further up the road, wasn't there?
Yeah.
The car doesn't belong to anyone round here, so I would imagine it's been dumped here and set alight.
The intense heat means that curtains in the nearest houses were on the point of catching fire.
It took much longer to go through there.
Oh, God, no.
Set your curtains up so fragile, are they?
Seen these girls here? This is Waversey's answers to Spice Girls.
Spice Girls. The Spice Girls aren't making the tea.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh, go on then. Not too much butter on me toast.
I'll tell you what I've got. A nice warm bed. Do you want a hot mix and chocolate?
No, I'll have tea or coffee.
I've got tea and coffee.
I want tea.
3 coffees.
So I'm going with this one then, tea.
3 coffees. Teas.
Tea. Oh, hey, what a girl. This is what we rely on, these people.
Anyone else want a coffee? Oh, hey.
5 cups of tea and 4 mugs of coffee later, Red Watch are fueled up and ready to return.
Right, I'm going in. Do you want to try and
Hello, South 82 are back.
Belly pad, keep Britain tidy.
How's your piles, Andy?
And it completes another night here on BBC One on behalf of the team. This is Peter Rock wishing you a very good night.
It's 4:30 in the morning. Red Watch are called to a house fire. The emergency call came from someone living at number 24.
I think they're going to go the wrong way there, aren't they?
72! 85 and 87.
74! You're going the wrong way!
The other way, Cole.
Turn it round, Dan. Go on, it's all right. Go on. On your side, Mark. I think it's twice high. 63, yeah. Is it twice high up? Yeah, it's twice high. I think it's on your side, Dan. Twice high up. That's our side, mate. 47, my side. Big house on the left. Down there, they're down there. They're down there, they're down there. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, that's the leckies off as well.
There's definitely no one in, but we don't want next door.
We just smell burning, is that it?
The smell of burning woke the people who live in the house, but so far no one's been able to find the source of the smoke.
Where is it? The fire was?
There's a bit of smoke in here now, but you check next door, Paul.
There's no sign of fire in the house. Sub-Officer Alan Jones decides to try the neighbouring houses.
Which way, Gavin? Left or right? No idea. They go one way, we'll go the other.
It's now 8 minutes since Red Watch received the 999 call, and still they haven't found the fire.
Back! Smoke! Yeah! Gavin! See the smoke up there, mate? See it? This one! Again, Gav, again!
It's 20 to 5 in the morning.
Andy!
It's unclear if there's anyone in the house.
Smoke in here. Okay. Bring the rail up. Not gas, possibly person's report. Have a look. Got it.
Next door one-way said the landlord who lives here has gone away for the weekend. The neighbour the other way turned around and said she saw two people in here earlier on.
They discover fire on the 3rd floor of the house, but they're still searching for people.
So far, I've got to the wall here, and there's nothing so far. Okay.
The blinding smoke makes their search difficult.
It's burning here, Pete. It's burning here. Just got some fire. Yeah. See.
No sign of anything.
No, there's a seat of fire.
Two seats of fire.
Yeah.
More like a break-in, that.
Red Watch are now certain there's no one in the house, but there are two separate fires.
What's up, Peter? There's a seat of fire now.
They have to find a way to clear the smoke quickly.
I'm going for the window. Fine, on me. Mark, do that. All right. Mark? Yeah. That's a real thing. That should do it. I haven't done much to it. But it's, Can you windows there, Mark? What? No windows. It's above you, mate. Can you get us some light up here, please, mate? Can we get
Yeah, I've seen that, thanks. Gotta go take your sets off then.
Right, all right, all right.
Thank you.
The fires in the 2 rooms are now out. It looks like they were started deliberately.
Oh, so they've broken it downstairs?
That's what it looks like.
So that's what we presume that's been a bed there, though there's no evidence left because it completely burnt away. It's been burning a long time. It's burned that deep and that concentrated. See there, like the beam is fairly intact there. See if the bed was there, must have burnt in the middle. There, heavier. I'm not a policeman, but I used to work with Sherlock Holmes.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning by the time Red Watch have finished clearing up.
Okay, fine now.
A week later, White Watch are on duty at Low Hill.
He said he saw me the other day. He said he's haunting me.
Station officer Gary Hollis is still working on his diet.
Slimline extra strong mint is my secret.
6 packets of joy.
What I've done is I've stopped eating and I'm having 40 ciggies a day. Keep me going. This is John Graves, my leading firefighter. He's been here 6 years. I've been here 6 months. And still done twice as much work as him.
Twice as much time off as well.
Privileges of rank, John.
House fire, Lowood Street.
Lowood Street.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, Gary and John's first call out of the weekend.
We're going to the bedroom on fire. It's only about 300 yards away from the station.
In attendance.
Gary's told the fire is in a bedroom.
Nails on the floor on the right here, Bob. Got it. There's the nail.
Linda Byrne and her 2 children were inside when the fire started. They're now being looked after at a neighbour's house.
The kids were in the bedroom, and then all of a sudden it just went. I was in the kitchen and I was doing, you know, the cereals, and then all of a sudden the bedroom just went. See, the bedroom door's open, so I had to shut the door because I knew if I didn't, the house would have gone, you know, or something would have blown. That's all I could think about was these. Couldn't think about nothing else.
She all right?
She's all right. Yeah.
We'll drag this out now, eh, Bob? I just open this window and we'll drag it out. Stuff some mould in a bit. Got it.
The worst of the fire damage is to a mattress which was in the children's bedroom.
How bad is it?
only the mattress and a bit of the frame of the bed. There's a bit of smoke damage in there, but there's not much in the rest of the house.
And I've only just done it. Yeah, it's in the bed's in like 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old, they're brand new.
How did it start? I don't know. It's a kid's room. Any matches lying around or anything like that? There's no ashtrays or nothing in there, all daddy.
4 or 5.
I don't think they'd be smoking then, do you? There's an ashtray in the kitchen, some empty ciggy packets. I can't find no matches though.
As they try to trace the cause of the fire, the house is cleared of smoke. 2 miles down the road, Red Watch have been called to reports of a stonemason's workshop on fire.
We know where it is. We're going to attack the fire it is until we get there.
Both of Old Swan's engines have been called out.
Going well. What do you want? Sledgehammer.
We try and get some water up there, and if the back is going like this.
Okay, yeah, it's going right above your head. Yeah.
The fire has spread to the roof.
Where do you want to go?
Try and make a hole in the roof, so we can get a
Gary and the team are still searching for what might have caused the fire in the children's bedroom.
There's no way that the fire can have been started by anything other than the child playing with something. Any idea what they were doing in there? Because it's actually the bed.
Yeah,
the bed itself.
It's probably the other little one.
As you look in the room, it's the right-hand bed, and it's up the top end by the wall.
Oh, just thank God that he's all right. That's what I was worried about, like.
They've found something they think might have started the fire.
The smoke detector's gone off.
Yeah, the smoke detector's
Is that
gone
what
off.
alerted you?
Pardon?
Is that what alerted you?
That's what alerted me, yeah. When I was in the back kitchen, the door was shut, you see. Later.
It was in the kids' bedroom.
So I'll call her that.
I've
told her, I had them as well.
She has actually played the fire before, but she's been really severely told off.
Yeah.
While White Watch can now go back to base, Red Watch is still fighting the fire at the stonemason's workshop. Red Watch's Alan Jones is trying to attack the fire in the roof.
The way it's looking, it looks like it's a malicious ignition. It's been caused maliciously. 3 main causes of fire. Men, women and children.
Hello.
Wide open at the back.
After all that attacking.
Hang on.
Ow.
Get back when you're ready.
What is it?
It's the weekend and no one's working at the stonemasons, but an occupant has been found.
A cat? Is it?
Yeah, it's a cat.
Oh, no.
Terrified of the fire, it's trying to get through that wall there, but it's still alive.
The poor cat just needed fresh air, just like anybody in a fire situation. You know, you go nearest to the ground or find a hole somewhere in the wall, that's what it's found.
I don't want to pull it too hard, you say. Rather a tight fit for it. It's stuck in. There's about a 3-inch hole for it to climb through, and it's got about a 9-inch waist. So it just won't get through, no matter how much it tries. There's plenty of other ways out now, so it'll be okay. It looks like the owner's arrived as well, so we'll go and have a word with him about it.
We used to be in Liverpool 1, you see. We had this happen down there. They burned the whole office out. Why they should go in there? There's nothing there except slabs of marble and stuff they can't carry away, you know. Ridiculous, really. Quite happy to see there was still some of the roof on it. But now I look at it, I feel a little bit put out.
Once the fire was out, the survivor escaped. 3 days after the fire, Gary has come to visit 5-year-old Carla, who set fire to her mattress.
I reckon in this room I've just been loads of memories, you know. Think about that. I wouldn't have known. Never had that fire.
Smoke detector.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I don't think we would have got out that quick, you know.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember me?
Yeah.
What do I do for a living?
But what's on fires?
Yeah. You had a fire, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where was the fire?
Bedroom.
Was it your bed?
Yeah.
Do you know what I found in your bedroom? Hey.
Lighter.
Yeah. And the bed went on fire, didn't it? You and your sister were in there, weren't you? Yeah. Lost all your toys there, couldn't you? Could have lost your sister as well, couldn't you? Yeah. You're going to promise me you're not going to play with the matches and the lighters anymore? Yeah.
This is the third attempt. Woman underneath that carpet. Got to be burning underneath that carpet. That's the third. That was the first. The second one was the kitchen.
Yeah.
And the big one was there.
If ever you even, suspect she's doing it, you can always give us a ring out.
I don't even know why she's doing it, actually. I haven't got a clue why she is doing it.
Kids are fascinated with fire, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
5-year-old Carla will now take part in a fire brigade counselling programme.
Bye-bye. Can you give me a kiss? Got you.
The following evening, Gary and White Watch are back on duty. Tonight will be the first of 2 15-hour night shifts.
Then. It's good job I didn't shut the doors on you. Do you know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen Every Which Way But Loose with the pensioners on the motorbikes? The ageing Hells Angels.
You haven't got a motorbike those days over there?
That's I'm not aging, John. 5-2. I better hurry up.
High for you yesterday, wasn't it?
Evening, gents. A grade show, Central 4-1. Evening, firefighter Graves, I've seen him. Driver, engine control officer Dave, firefighter Hart, firefighter Tyler. 4-2, firefighter Owens, engine control officer and driver Les, firefighter Williams. Okay, gents, fall out.
The first call of the evening is to a house fire.
Responding to a reported house fire on road, but we haven't been given a number, so we're going to have to wait and see what it is when we arrive.
National guidelines dictate that they arrive at these type of calls within 8 minutes.
Smell anything?
It's just rubbish in the NC.
Instead of the expected house fire, Billy discovers it's only rubbish burning.
Is that all it is?
They're doing that house up there, he's just dumped it all here today.
What we'll do, we'll soak the lot.
This is every day I get this now.
We'll give it a good soak.
They're doing it every night. You just come, you put it out and they light it again.
You'll get it again, won't you? Look at the wood, that's there.
Got that one. You got that one. Kid Creole.
Still thinks it's in the top 20.
There's some aerosol cans and stuff like that.
It may only be rubbish, but it has its own dangers.
They're like small bombs, really. They go bang, you'll know about it. This is another big problem. I mean, this is serious stuff, this. That was what I was worried about here, whether they just put these in and then pile the stuff up against it. I think they're ignorant of the actual damage that one of them would cause. It'd certainly kill you if you were close enough to it. I have a terrible fear that a firefighter will lose his life one day over a meaningless fire like that. People don't respect fire and give it the sort of respect that it's due, the same as you find some people don't sort of respect the awesome power that the sea can produce. Well, fire is a very similar sort of situation. It is absolutely awesome and devastating. By putting the added sort of risk of a gas cylinder inside the fire, I just can't comprehend why anybody would want to do that.
Yeah, Centre 4-1 and Centre 4-2 the back. Thank you, bye.
Just locked it. You've locked it. I've got the little biscuits.
It's 10 o'clock. 5 hours into the night shift, White Watch are called out again. Another house fire. Because of the potential risk to life, both engines will respond.
I'm throwing your tune up there so you can throw it on there.
We're going through a house on fire. It's only about 200 yards down this road. What's up halfway down, mate? I think it is about halfway down.
40. It's tight. We need to get these cars out the way. It's a job, I think, mate. If something's going out the windows.
Although they can see the fire, the engines carrying all their equipment can't get through until the cars are moved.
Well, it's all right, Les, he's moving them now. Get through.
It's like it's some woods, isn't it? Because they're putting... It's a go, eh? Yeah. I think
Get us a rail. Billy, get them in BA just in case first is recorded.
Anyone in there?
Kevin, Kev.
Gary's been told there may be someone inside.
It's in.
The heat generated by a living room fire could be as high as 1,000 degrees centigrade. Synthetic materials used for furniture can also give off toxic fumes. The fire's now out, but the thick black smoke makes the search difficult.
Got anyone? Mark, now! Who's that? Get out of the stairs are there. Right, on the back, please. Yes. Where's the stairs? On the left.
Firefighters must search both floors.
Going up. Yeah. Alert! Alert! The front saloon clear.
All clear?
Yeah. The main concern was upstairs, but it's the smoke that gets the people rather than the fire, actually. Make an extra stay just to make sure before we actually send a stop message to say all persons accounted for, which is basically in layman terms is there's nobody left in the house because we got it as persons reported, which means someone says there was actually somebody in the house.
No, it hasn't been forced. He just said our lads kicked the back gate in, the back door was open.
There's been some sort of disturbance between the occupier and someone.
I spoke to the police about it. About half an hour before we got the call, there were two males seen having an altercation on the premises. Because one of them was making his way out of the place with a video under his arm.
Yep.
Whoever owns is going to come home to quite a mess, aren't they? I'm quite immune to this after 23 years of attending fires in houses like this. But it still saddens me that they've got to come home to this sort of mess. If you allowed it to disturb you too much, then you couldn't do your job. You can't dwell on it. We've got to go back now, make everything ready to go again, and possibly another house fire later on.
Although the police thought this was an arson attack, no one has since been charged. The house fire Red Watch attended, where 2 fires had been deliberately started on the top floor, has also been investigated by the police. They're suspicious there may be more to it than a random arson attack.
Hello there. From out to the outside, I'm Barry.
So far, the investigation hasn't revealed enough evidence to prove this theory.
Sorry to disturb you again.
6 weeks later, the owners are still mystified.
The reason we've called is to see basically if you can offer us any more information.
Just drawing a blank completely.
I'd like a motive for it. If I knew somebody who was just trying to burgle us, I'd feel better. Thanks a lot.
The case is no longer being actively investigated. The reason the cat at the stonemasons had become stuck became clear 2 weeks later. She was pregnant and has since given birth to 6 kittens.